This is the biggest swimming pool of my brother and I's career. We started this thing about 1.5 years ago, finished it in about 6 to 8 months. Overall, it turned out just incredible. Actually, I take it back. It took us about 10 to 12 because we worked simultaneously with the builder of some of the little things on the project. The guy that we built this pool for is a builder, so he had some of his stone guys in, and he had a roofing guy, and the garage door guy was his as well. But everything else we did, from the pool house to the pool, and this thing just is incredible. We've got about 3,500 square feet of travertine pavers, glass garage door, shiplap on the insides, custom crown molding, and all kinds of cool features. Leather grain textured countertops, custom cabinets with a sink, wine cellar, and refrigerator, and I believe there's a dishwasher as well. We also have some cabinet lighting. We have in-floor heat inside the pool house. There is a full bathroom, or actually there's a half bath. There's an exterior shower for everybody swimming, and the trim work in here was pretty extensive, especially for a pool house. It really went overboard, and we did the trim ourselves. Me and my brothers did it. We did the siding ourselves, board and batten, and toward the end of the video you'll see that. I've got some building footage of us building this whole thing. We have a seamless drain, a little bit of the details. That's a deck drain, and that came out amazing. Just a little retaining wall for everything. There were so many add-ons on this project, and if you guys want to know the full price, comment below. But this thing turned out to be quite expensive. He just kept adding more and more in between him and his designer. There was so much, it was just crazy. We did from landscaping add-ons to heading onto the pool house, and so we were able to do a lot of things with this. But this pool build, to start with the shell, we have a 16 by 40 Imagine pool shell. It's actually, the model is Illusion, but it's by Imagine. And we also have a spa that spills over, an artificial spillover, and we have 2 Luminar jets, they're called. They light up in LED. We have 2 automatic pool covers by Coverstar, so one for the hot tub, one for the swimming pool, which, by the way, adds a crazy expense because they're just about the same price. So those little details is what adds up on this project and what was extremely high end. And this whole thing was, the whole thing with us and Wetscapes is we try to provide that high end value, whether we do a pool, just a swimming pool with a patio, where we can go all the way in building you a home, or a swimming pool house. We try to provide that excellence throughout everything, and there's nothing we can't do. It's your budget is the limit on anything. But this pool project, man, we started it in February, super disgusting and muddy. I mean, we were dealing with a foot of muck, and this is like a little hole here, and it was just absolutely dreadful. So we're doing this in February. It's like 10 degrees, and it was just nasty. And I was actually thinking about the way we're screeding this. It's hilarious because I don't do it this way anymore. Doing with lines was so inaccurate. But we have since learned from then. We've learned from people, and actually this is our very first fiberglass swimming pool. So it was pretty interesting, and all the stuff we've learned throughout our career and builds we've done so far. But this one went really, really well. We actually ended up teaming up with the locals, so we got this pool build basically by knowing a couple people that we've already done pools for that worked for this guy, and then the local people, they weren't able to do the pool. I say local because we're all local. They weren't able to do it, so we got the project. They don't really do this kind of stuff, and we love to do this big stuff, even though some of the stuff we haven't done before, but it's always a good challenge for us. It's a first spa spillover as well, so the plumbing and everything was new for us, and made a lot of phone calls to our maintenance guy who knows a ton about this stuff, so he was a great help. And overall the casualties on this project were minimal. This thing went so well, and it was just incredible. So we're just doing backfill, getting the auto cover corrected, and one thing I'll point out with these auto covers and fiberglass pool shells is they're definitely not as straight as they could be on some of the fiberglass, and so we definitely love using the auto covers because it straightens everything, so it's always nice. Definitely a cool thing to have. And then over here doing on this hot tub, I had to fiberglass the spillover, so we wanted to be able to turn on and off the spillover, and just so you could separate the system. So another hidden cost on here that you won't see is 2 systems for the pool, one for the hot tub, one for the pool, so we can heat and pump everything in the pool and do the same thing on the hot tub. And we didn't want to have to switch equipment back and forth and turn valves. We wanted 2 dedicated systems, and that's why we did the artificial spillover, so the hot tub doesn't have to be shrunk down at all in the water depth, and you don't have it running over, and overall you lose heat. So if you're just going to be pumping that hot water, heating that hot tub in the summer or whatever, it goes into the pool, it's just a waste of heat. So that's what we try to do, and that was new for us, putting that auto cover box in there with the wall. But it turned out great. And the thing about that whole thing is you got to count for auto cover, count for coping, count for the stone going on, so your cantilever is nice on there. There's so many things to account for. It's just crazy. And so for the siding, we've done siding quite a bit over the years, and what's different about this pool house build is the details on the outside. So we use zip sheeting system, zip tape, and I did a whole liquid flash at the bottom of everything, so everything is 100% sealed up. We don't have any air and water able to get into the foundation and around the doors and windows. This is a cool detail. I'm kind of jumping back and forth here. We just made that wall go all the way up to the top there, that leg, and then we drop the head, make it really nice. But that was a first for us, the waterproofing system. I just wanted this build to be special. We definitely charged for it, and but we delivered, and that was the whole idea, is we wanted this thing to be insane. And this siding, you won't see this very often, not in our area anyway. You won't see the band board. That's like a 10-inch band board with an 1 5/8 water table, with flashing underneath of that. The stone's going up underneath. He had his stone guys do the stonework. Bats going up into a freeze board, and then making those corners 6-inch corners, and then doing hardy soffits as well with a 1x8, I believe it's 1x8 freeze board or a gutter board up top. So we take a lot of pride in what we're doing here, the way we're doing the heads, the way we're doing the legs, how we went around that window, and then obviously the ceiling here. We already had it pre-stained and all that, and so we could just assemble it. And so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.